So, first things first, I need some chapstick. My lips are burning. Podcast in a hotel in Kansas. Pod 9. New mic. Doesn't sound as good, I'm aware. Trust me. Man, this feels like going to confession or something. This feels like, uh-oh. Wonder what all that sounded like. I think it picked it up. Okay, I got the headphones on. Let me get up and intimate with the mic here. Let me get the angle. Oh, let me get that angle. Yeah, there we go. So, little sizzle, little dead air. See how when I stop talking it gets completely silent? And then when I start there's a little bit of background hiss. There's a little like it's white noise. Forget about it. Pod 9. We're here. It's happening. We are in Kansas this time. The saying is we're not in Kansas anymore. I'm in Kansas. Podcast 9. Pod 9. First word, anger. Today's been one of the worst travel days of my life. Isn't it funny how people get stressed out on a day you gotta travel? Let's say you're getting up and you gotta go on a trip. And I mean, yeah, I'm sure your family experienced this or with your spouse. Like you guys are leaving town and the morning things are chaotic. You're stressed, you're sweating. I was profusely sweating by 8 a.m. this morning, trying to gather all my things so I can drive home across the country to see my family for Christmas. So I'm gonna just walk you through the day, because there's a lot that happened today, and I fear that I won't even be able to cover it all. Gosh. So the whole idea of maybe I can say this once and never have to say it again, it's expression. When you express how you feel, you don't have to harbor the negative emotion because you're letting it go. So this doesn't mean suppress your emotion. This doesn't mean, it means say it. Get it out. And I think too many people are holding it in. So anyways, it's me and Remy's podcast. Remy, this was supposed to be great. Remy, this was supposed to be our day. This was supposed to be about us. And now it's all nasty and sour. So let's get into why. Got the show notes. As you can tell or know, I'm at a hotel in Kansas. I'm going to start labeling the podcast. It'll be Gimme the Keys, all caps, lowercase pod number, so lowercase pod 9, dash, and then one word that encapsulates the entire theme of the show. And I pick that name afterwards, after I've listened back and I know the overarching storyline and, like I said, theme. So this is going to be Hotel in Kansas. At least that's my initial idea. By the end of it, maybe it'll be something different. Maybe it'll be one word, not a phrase. So I'm with Remy. Where are we going? We're traveling back to Kentucky, as I've talked about on other podcasts. Going back to Kentucky. I think if someone's jumping in on Pod 9 and they haven't listened to any other pods, they might not really understand why I'm so worked up. And I can recognize that. But I know why I'm worked up, and my job, the reason I do this is to convey to the world my ideas. Okay? So, anyways, if you want to stick around, I don't care if you stick around, leave. I'm at that point where I'm cutthroat. Hey, give me the keys, because I'm leaving now. I'm going home. Me and Remy are going home. See ya. Give me the keys. So, okay, let's briefly run through the day. So today started fine. I woke up at my apartment in Colorado Springs with Age. We wake up, normal day, get some coffee. I'm packing. I'm mostly packed to go home, so I just got to gather up Christmas presents, throw them in the trunk. I got to get podcast equipment. I already have my suitcase full. I got to get some loose end items. I got to get I put a cooler. I put cold pizza in a cooler so I could eat it in the hotel. I mean, I put some kefir and some cold pizza and some Avery's, some IPAs in a cooler. And I said, all right, see ya, hon. I love you so, so much. Remy. Sorry, Remy just fell off the thing. So anyways, the morning was fun. I mean, really, I was a little worked up. Okay, actually, there was one thing that happened that really got me going. Basically, I'm carrying down a suitcase. I got 3 bags. I got my backpack, I got my computer bag on my shoulder, and then I got probably a 50-pound suitcase that I'm lugging down 3 flights of stairs. So I'm using my leg to go down with leverage, like my thigh to kind of kick the suitcase down, and my keys are in my left thigh pocket, and it's hitting the suitcase, and it's like pressing the keys onto my thigh. So I stop, pull the keys out of my pocket, and I latch them onto the suitcase handle so I could just hold the handle and then go down and use my leg as leverage. Cool. Get to the car. I can't get the keys off the suitcase. My car keys, my house key, everything is stuck onto this 50-pound suitcase. I stand there for 5 minutes just cursing to the sky. Why is this happening? It's always on a day where you're traveling that some obscure, never happens but once in a blue moon. Oh, my key. It's like I lost my keys. I lost access to my car keys before, as I'm loading the car to drive across the country. Something like this happened back in high school. My football buddies remember this. We were going to Panama. There was a key situation. The key to the car of my 98 Lumina was somehow bent by somebody, and it changed the storyline. Anyways, parallel, connect the idea. But anyways, I finally, I had to, I'm standing outside my car just, huffing and puffing and pacing back and forth. I mean, then if someone was out, looking out their window and saw me, they could see I'm losing it. And I was sweating. I mean, I was running up and down steps, trying to get ready, trying to get, on the road, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I had to come back to it, calmly speak to the keys and say, this is no big deal. We're going to get you off here. We're going to hit the road. It's going to be fine. Key latches off. And anyways, so that was maybe 5 minutes. But gosh, it doesn't take much to get your just blood boiling sometimes. So, all right, then I'm kissing Asia goodbye. I'm saying I love you. I love her. She's upset because Remy's coming with me, and it was sad. I felt sad to leave the love of my life. So anyways, I hit the road. On the road again. Me and Remy are cruising. I'm trying to get air in my tires. I'm like, I'm driving 1,000 miles across the United States. I should get some air in my tire. Drive down to a gas station. There's a guy tailing me. I can just tell he's driving so close to me. I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'm just getting some air in my tires. I pull off. He pulls in behind. He's following me, I feel like, to the air pump. He's gonna be rushing me. I could just feel it. And then I pull up to the air pump, out of service. Those things, they never work. So wasted time. Okay, let me just head towards Kansas, and I'll stop at a gas station on the way. Boom, put in the GPS. Boom. Get air in my tires. The machine's not working. Flustered, frustrated. All 3 of them at once. I mean, I'm shoving the thing into the tire. And come on, it's 36 PSI. Come on, we need it. We got to get the road. And it's just, the machine's not responding. I don't know how much air I'm putting in. I had to hold each tire down for 21 seconds to get it up to 36, but it gives me no feedback on if I'm increasing the PSI as I go. I just got to cross my fingers and pray that this is putting air in my tire, not taking air out. Anyways, go inside the gas station, pee, get me a flaming hot beef jerky stick, get me a electrolyte Gatorade, strawberry kiwi, whatever. That's pretty much it. Got a couple things, got some gas. Boom, me and Remy are on the road. Let's go. All right, this is what we are talking about. We're on the road. It's gloomy. First off, it's gloomy. Hey, Remy, do not ruin the podcast. Please, this would be the... Don't jump on the computer, Remy, please. So, what was I saying? Gloomy. It was gloomy. I mean, no one wants to drive when it's cloudy. And I mean, you live in Colorado, like Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, sunshine. Come on. Cloudy, whatever. I miss a turn. It reroutes me. I'm like, fine, dude, I get rerouted. No big deal. I get stuck behind construction. Why did I miss that turn? No. Sit in traffic. I'm still in my town. Isn't that the worst? When you're trying to drive across the country and you realize I've been in my town for an hour. So anyways, I go to record because I'm talking about vlogging the day like it's going to be some glamorous, this is going to be great vlog travel day. Dude, I go to record like a very simple Instagram story and my phone video won't work. My iPhone 15 does this thing where it's the only downside to the iPhone 15. Great phone. Let's keep in mind it's an amazing piece of technology. I love it so much. I give it 10 out of 10. But its only downside is some days the camera, you'll hit the camera button and it'll act like it takes a photo, but it doesn't save it. So it's like you could take a video, it'll go dink, it does everything like you would think, and then when you end the video or you click the button to take a photo, it doesn't capture it. Like it's like meaningless. It's like, oh, it's the weirdest feeling ever. Anyways, did that with IG this morning. I was trying to record, just pressing the button, holding it down, no feedback of it being recorded. Oh my gosh. Turn the phone off. I mean, I have to reset it to get it to work. So, yeah, this is, like I said, therapy. I mean, I know you guys don't care about my day. I'm well aware that you guys don't care about this. Gosh, I thought I had friends. Anyways, so let's just pause. That's kind of the start to the day. And I think anyone that's listened to that heard that griping, that, you know the word. I'm bitching. I'm moaning. I'm like, my life. It's grand scheme. It's not that bad, right? It's whatever. I'm healthy. God bless. We got here safe. But okay. So that was a start. So I was always in a little bit of a mood. I was already in a little bit of a mood. You caught me. I was a little moody on the way here. Okay. So, oh my gosh. I mean, so what else? So my idea while I'm driving today, and I've been talking about this on the previous podcast of, I've been talking about this traveling day. It's been an idea for a while where it's like, I want to vlog. I want to interact with my audience. I want this to be interactive. Like I want this podcast to be a reason for me to for people to reach out to me, or me to reach out to people, to reconnect, to rekindle, to share ideas, to communicate, to engage. This has been my dream. It is my dream. We on that ultralight beam. We on that ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. This is everything. I'm not going to get discouraged, but I start getting discouraged on the way here. I've gotten very little engagement on Instagram. Now, keep in mind, this is an isolated social media, but man, people on Instagram don't care. I made a separate group of people that I care about. close friends, people I love, trust, admire, I respect. And I get silence from these people. Not everyone. I'm going to obviously disclaim, not everyone. I've gotten a sufficient amount of support from people that are close to me, I guess. It's like 10 people. I can count them on one set of hands. And I'm grateful for all 10 of them. I really am. Thank you guys. You know who you are. Anyone that's responded or gave me one simple word of encouragement. Hey, I listened to 10 seconds of the podcast. Keep it up, man. That would mean so much to me. Silence. These people that it's so heartbreaking to pour your heart and soul into one thing, to literally be so wanting to give to people I love, to my friends, to people that I know, and to be just ignored, to be completely just irrelevant to some people. And I just turned it in my mind on this warped idea of no one loves me. I'm so misunderstood. It's like back when I was being a little kid, I was 5. No one understands me. No one gets me, no matter how hard I try. Sad, right? I mean, just a simple piece of support, a thumbs up. So I'm driving today, and I'm realizing. So last night I posted if I could get some feedback on podcast 8. Hey, do you have any thoughts on podcast 8? Was it funny? Did you listen to it? If you don't like it, how could it be made better? The worst thing is not love or hate, it's being ignored. If you hate my podcast, say it. God, that'd make me feel something. Yes, this person hates me. I mean, just to be ignored, it's like I'm screaming into a void. I don't want to be, Easter egg for someone else, but I don't want to be doing that, you know? I get it, but that's not why I'm doing this. Remy, don't step on no! Oh my God, did he ruin it? He just stepped on the keyboard. What was I saying? Show notes. So I wrote discouragement. Oh yeah, people have lives, families, jobs. Maybe they're not on IG. So that was the other aspect is as I'm driving, I'm like, okay, let me not take this so serious, okay? First off, I have people that are listening that have given me affirmation, that have said, hey, like this. It's not the people I was expecting. That's the interesting part. Not the people I was expecting or hoping even. But either way, I'm so grateful for the people that have reached out and said, listen to the podcast. This is how I interpreted it. This is what I felt when you said this. Or I can relate to that. Or, hey, maybe you should pick a day of the week to post it so people know when to expect it. Like constructive criticism. Is that the hardest thing in the world to request? Golly. And then, so yes, I have to realize, here's what I need to realize is, 1, I'm not the center of the universe. No one owes me anything. Got it. Second, people my age, I'm 27, people my age have like regular jobs and like mortgages and like families and like babies. They ain't living the life that I'm living. They got their own responsibilities. So I can reason with that. Hey, if you just aren't on Instagram because you're busy or you're running a company or you're an employee or you got to be to work or I get that. That's fine. Like, obviously I'm not mad at anyone that's like not on Instagram. Like my mom and dad, like I'm not mad at them for not hearing the podcast because they're not on Instagram. So it doesn't, so there's that. And then, yeah, and then just some people are just this is where I cross into a line of like nihilism, where I get really negative, and I think people are so droned out, people are so disconnected that they can't even engage, that they're fearful, that they're so trapped in their little program world that they can't even break outside the programming. You ever sit behind like a stranger, like in a public place, maybe on a bus, or you're at a venue, and you can you're sitting behind somebody and you can see how they're scrolling on their phone, whether it's like Instagram or Facebook. You ever watch that? You ever see someone scrolling and they give each post about half a second before they deem it irrelevant and scroll on and swipe up, or like, and I had this thought, man, just people don't care. People are so numb. People are so overflooded with negative, with the scrolling, with the programming of social media, that when something real jumps out at them and they're there, they can't even feel it because they're so numb. They gotta just scroll. Hey, it doesn't matter. Oh, I see the story. I'll click through it. You know, like, and I'm so fearful of that, of becoming somebody that is out of tune with reality, is out of tune with my heart, out of tune with my intuitions. That scares the crap. Out of tune with my knowledge, out of tune with my ability to like pause, think through things, understand things, read long form. And the attention span of people on social media, it is just at an all-time low. Scroll, click through all the Alex stories. None of it matters to me because I got to get to the next meme. I got to get to the bottom of these real, like, it's insane to me. Hurts me to pour my heart out and feel like there's people that I love ignoring me. I messaged one of what I would consider a great friend, someone I would maybe even consider like inviting to my wedding. Message him, hey, straight up ask him, what do you think of the pod? Didn't say anything. Hurt. Extreme disappointment. And you already had 2 strikes, so you're gone, buddy. See ya. Anyways. What else? So I'm getting all like caught up and I'm getting discouraged. And I'm literally like, why am I doing this? And the thing is, I have to realize this too. This is the big idea. My audience is greater than Instagram close friends. The people that need to hear what I'm saying aren't my Instagram close friends. There's other options. There's different avenues. It's not Threads, because maybe it is Threads. No one on my close friends does Threads. Maybe it's my audience is there, or my audience is on TikTok, or my audience is on Medium. There's these other avenues. I've let Instagram become like my only sample, the only market that I'm like getting feedback from. And hey, maybe people on Instagram don't care. That's fine with me, but I'm on an ultralight beam. We on that ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. I'm trying to keep my faith. So I'm looking for more. Somewhere I can feel safe. And in my holy war. Dun, 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 dun. We on that ultralight beam. I think it's funny, people I used to go to church with cut me off. How about that? This is free speech. This is the First Amendment. Where's all the love and encouragement in turning the cheek? I'll turn the cheek. I'll take that hit. I'll take that chance. I will skyrocket on faith if I have to, and I have, and I will. You know, if it takes me 7 years, if it takes me another decade to get the ideas in my mind into the universe and create at the level I know is possible, if I have to break through 1,000 more concrete walls of criticism and negativity and being ignored, and if I have to keep progressing in more domains until I'm so complete and full and whole and power, and not even powerful, but just potent that you can't help, I'll keep doing it. I'll be patient. I'll put my head down and I'll just reconfigure, retool, re-strategize, because this is an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. And I'm not gonna let anyone hold me back. This is greater than me. If you think this is me being arrogant and selfish, you're wrong. Put him in the dirt, put him in a shirt, put him in a skirt, take his shirt off. Naked, put a pancake over and then I bake it. What you talk about? Then I'm gonna shout, then I'm gonna foul, then I'm gonna. You guys know that? I'm gonna get a noise complaint in the hotel. Cause like I said, I'm on one. Who's gonna hear this? Who's gonna listen? Nobody. And that's the point. Anyways, I wrote chaos. I kind of achieved that. I talked about TikToks and threads. I talked about engagement. I recapped the road trip. I asked for support. That's pretty much it. That's the whole podcast. I mean, really, that's it. So that's pretty much it. Well, let me give everyone else a chance. Let me go to Instagram. Maybe someone. So of all the stuff I posted on Instagram, all the little questions, ask me anything, no, literally not one single response. Some people gave me some song suggestions. Thank you. I listened to, I didn't listen to every single one, I'm not going to lie. But I listened to some. Thank you. I was really, looking for ideas for the pod or ask me anything. Remy, don't ruin the podcast, brother. What do you want to say? Remy, say something. Meow, say something. Anything? Now's your chance. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay, Remy has, he's sitting right by the mic. It's kind of funny. All right, Remy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead, Remy. Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. Yes, Remy, thank you. And I know it's not that much to ask for, yeah. So I said, okay, I'll give you guys the bare bone facts. When I posted and said, ask me a question, a lot of people saw it. One person asked, where are you going? I'm going home to Kentucky. Someone else asked, what do you think of me? I think you're the love of my life. 2 responses. Cool, guys. Very cool. Very thought-provoking responses. Posed me a problem. Nothing. How about a buzzword? Nothing. I mean, how about a buzzword? You guys couldn't come up with a word? God. Describe how you feel about the pod using an emoji. One guy gave me a sunglasses emoji. Sick, bro. Thank you for that. Like, seriously, biggest supporter. One of the biggest supporters. And it's someone that, gosh, you'd think it'd be someone I'd known for a long time, my own friend. I barely know the guy. Thank you, Aaron. Not Coin, not my little brother, different Aaron. That's it. 0 engagement. So all it tells me is I gotta communicate better. I gotta speak it into existence. And that's kind of what I did with this hotel room, bro. I demanded I have a better room. Now I'm going to get into that. So this was about an hour-long ordeal. Let me get a drink here. I need water. I'm getting hot too. I'm sweating. I'm getting worked up over this. Hey, Remy. So, Comfort Inn. Oh my gosh, I already relayed this to my fiance, so the fact I have to recap it is like, I'm going to condense it down. I'm not going to give every detail. But basically, okay, I pull up to the Comfort Inn. I'm a little weary because I'm in the middle of Kansas, and so I'm walking into the Comfort Inn with Remy. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I booked my hotel online a while back. 2 weeks ago, so I just walk up to the desk, normal interaction. Hey, I'm here to check in. Cool. This guy's name is Vicky. Cool name. He's getting me set up with the room. I'm like, hey, I got my cat, so I know it's like a $20 pet fee or whatever. He's like, yeah, no problem, cool. And I was like, yeah, I called in and said, you guys said it was $20 and I'll just pay it when I get here, right? He said, yep. I said, cool. I whip out $20 cash. I go, yeah, I'll just pay that $20 with this cash, okay? He says, okay, cool. Takes my money. And then He's telling me he's filling out paperwork. He's telling me the hotel rules, blah, 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 blah. He hands me this paper, says, yeah, just sign off on here. I see it's got my room number. I'm signing, the pet fee, blah, blah, blah. Hand that back to him. And then he goes, okay, do you have a card on that we can put on file? I said, oh, like I already paid for this with my Capital One card a month ago. He's like, oh, yeah, it's for the security deposit. I'm like, oh, okay, that's reasonable. Give him my card. And then I'm like, yeah, just to make sure, like, nothing should be charged, right? Because I already bought the room. It was already charged, and I'm paying the pet fee cash, right? Yeah, that works. Cool. My Capital One card is set up to send me a notification every time it's used, and it pops up on my Apple Watch. It says the exact amount. It says your Capital One card was charged XYZ at this time. So anyways, I get charged $20 for a fee at Comfort Inn. I'm like, oh, he charged the pet fee to the card, but I just gave him the cash for it. And I bring this up to him. I say, hey, I just got charged the $20. What's that? And he looks spooked. This guy was like, and I'm already thinking this guy was about to charge my card and pocket that $20 and get benefit of the doubt. Maybe he did. Maybe that's not what he was doing, but that's where my mind goes instantly in the moment. My super security conscious brain is like, hey, are we getting duped here? My disagreeableness starts coming out. And he's like, yeah, that's odd. I'm like, yeah, it is odd. What's going on? And then a little more context. This guy's name's Vicky. He's a different. Oh, I gotta tread lightly here. I'm not even gonna say that. Forget what his name's Vicky, and he's a nice guy. So, anyway, I say, hey, I'm like, hey, well, just give me the cash. Like, if it's already charged my card, just give me the cash. And I hold out my hand, give me my money back. And he hands it over to me. So I'm like, cool, yeah, don't worry about it. Just keep it charged on the card. That's fine. Keep my money. Checkmate. You're not jipping me, buddy. No big deal. Maybe he wasn't trying to do that. Maybe it was an honest miscommunication. That's fine. The story gets 10 times worse. Just wait. So anyways, he's getting me my room key. He slides it across the counter and says, cool, you're going to be in room 118. I said, oh, okay. The paper I signed when I first got here said my room was 228. Is there a reason it's different? And he goes, oh, yeah, you have a pet, so you're on the pet floor. The pet floor is around back. You got to drive around back, and it's down on the first floor in the basement. I said, oh, okay. Very interesting. A pet floor that I have to drive around the dark side of the hotel to enter into the basement because I got a cat. And I was a little upset. I'm like, no big deal. I mean, that makes sense, pet floor. Anyways, I go back out with Remy. We're all taken care of. We got the room key. I go out to the car. Put Remy in there. We drive around backside of the hotel, just anticipating the dungeon that I'm going to be staying in. Like, oh my gosh, the pet floor on the basement. Jeez, I wonder what that's going to smell like. Anyways, I'm driving around back and I'm like, I'm trying to, make light of the situation. It can't be that bad, Remy. It's not going to be that bad. It's a Comfort Inn. This place is nice. We're in a good area. It's cool. No big deal. Go around back. It's well lit. It's not as dark. And I'm like, we'll be fine. Let's keep an open mind, Remy. Get Remy out the car. Swipe the card to get into the back entrance. Open the door. Reeks of marijuana. I mean, it smacks me in the face. Whole floor danked out. I'm like, yeah, okay. Not a great start. Who cares? Walking in, peek my head, turn the corner to walk down the hallway to get to my room. And there's an older guy with his head peeked out the door at the end of the hall, and then he quickly pulls his head back in. That's not cool. I get down to my room. I take a deep breath. All right, here we go, Remy. Where are we sleeping tonight? Put the card in, green light, open the door. First thing I see is a crusty little pink rag on the floor, like by the door. That's not cool. Walk inside. It's a basement. It's dark and it feels weird and it smells very odd. There's a giant piss stain on the floor. I mean, I was expecting that. But so I sat Remy down on the bed. I'm like, okay. I have hope. I'm like, okay, Remy, we can make this work. Walk into the bathroom. I open the door. The bathroom's so poorly designed that the door scrapes past the toilet as I go in to pee. Like the door can't even swing fully open without knocking into the ceramic toilet. I'm like, all right, I mean, you get what you pay for. I was talking to Remy. I said, Remy, you get what you pay for, son. This is how it works. I understood it's not the nicest hotel, okay? I'm staying here one night. I paid for it with free Capital One Venture points. I'm not going to waste those points. I just got to sleep somewhere. Anyways, this was the nail that broke the coffin, or whatever the saying is. I walk out of the bathroom and I see a little roach run across the floor. I said, strike 10. I'm leaving. Grab Remy. I can't do this. Like, I can't stay in this room. My disgust sensitivity is way too high. I cannot be in that room with the cockroach, with the bug, whatever it was. And Remy deserves better than that. So I'm storming out the basement to my car, back up to Vicky to lay down the law with this guy. My adrenaline's pumping. The rest of the anger from the day is boiling. I'm keeping my cool. I can keep composed. But I told myself, ain't no way I'm accepting this. I'm disagreeable sometimes. I'm about to go disagree with Vicky. Wrap back around to the front of the hotel. Park the car. Remy, stay here. Dad's got to take care of business. Get out the car. Walk inside. I'm on a mission. Walk inside all nonchalant. My sales skills are kicking in. How can we communicate to this person in an ethical way, in a strategically ethical way, to get what I want? That is a win-win. He deserves a chance to remedy my qualms, and I have to give him the benefit of the doubt. So I walk in, I said, come to the counter. I'm like, Vicky, you're not going to believe this, man. I need a new room. And I slid the key back across the counter to him. Said, I need a new room. A guest is walking in the entrance behind me, and I go, the guest is going to have to hear this. I go, the floor downstairs smells completely of marijuana. The room is not clean, and it has cockroaches. That's what I said to this poor desk guy. And I had to say it to him in front of the guest, because it's not my responsibility to keep it hush-hush. This is my experience. Hey, you all got cockroaches downstairs. I'm not staying in that room. And I told Vicky, I paid good money for a room. Is there another room, Vicky, for me? Please. Look him square in the eye. And he's cooperative. He's concerned. He says, he's like, weed? I laid a lot of information down. I said, please help me get a new room, okay? So anyways, this guy, he's checking, he's looking. There's some other things, but the amount of energy I'd have to expend to explain the dynamic. Basically, the old man from the first floor, when I went in initially and he was peeking his head out, he came up the elevator and he was like concerned with me somehow. I could just tell there were some other kids out front that saw me that were maybe smoking weed, that, I gave them a look of like, man, Kansas, like. And then the old man, he was breathing down my neck as I'm talking to Vicky, trying to get this worked out. And he says, what's going on? Old man chimes in no one invited you into this conversation, but he says, well. And I go, and I'm livid. I'm really actually worked up. And I turn to this guy and say, hey, listen, I don't care about marijuana. I live in Colorado. It's just, I can't stay on a floor that has like cockroaches in it. And I just told him, I said, my room had cockroaches in it. Okay, I need a new room. I don't care who you are. This has nothing to do with you. Maybe you're the guy smoking weed down there. I don't care. But it's like, he had no business being there, I could tell. So I set that guy straight. Anyways, I'm talking to Vicky, And he starts explaining, he's like, well, the reason we have a pet floor is because some people have allergies, and it makes sense to split up by a floor because just so that we can accommodate all of our guests. And I said, oh, okay, well, accommodate me then and get me off the floor that reeks of marijuana, please. And so, anyways, he gets me a new room on a regular floor. Like, I didn't have to go to a basement. Who goes into a basement? Like, it's so easy to be like a normal hotel room. It doesn't take much. Anyways, gets me a new room. I say, hey, let me go check this out real quick. Take Remy down there. It's a normal hotel room. It's way nicer too, and it smells way better. Thank you. The basics of what a hotel is. Anyways, shout out Vicky for being cooperative, and yeah, I mean, when I went to the room, came back out, he's helping another guest or customer, and I just gave him double thumbs up and said thank you. Just praying emoji. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you for helping me. Anyways, go get my stuff. And that was kind of the day. I mean, gosh, it was so exhausting. Unnecessarily exhausting, it felt. Oh, I didn't even tell you all about this. I went to the gas station on the way to Kansas. I have nothing against Kansas. I actually have vouched for Kansas in the past. I think it's a pretty place. Not a lot going on, but I think it's kind of underrated. The people in Kansas are not it. It's the people. I go into this gas station. I think, oh man, it looks sketchy from the outside. I was like, dang it, I wish I stopped at a Pilot or a Love's or something, but I had to pee. I needed gas. I just got off at the closest gas station. Go inside. I'm looking for a pretty basic product. It's called Listerine throat spray. It's like a mouthwash spray. Anyways, I walk in. I'm like, hey, do you guys have this? And the lady behind the counter goes, huh? I said, oh, I need to, I was thinking, oh, I need to speak up and enunciate a little bit better. I said, yeah, do you guys have a Listerine spray? She said, no. I said, oh. I said, do you have anything like it here? She said, huh? I said, do you have anything like it? She said, no. I said, okay, I'll take this Gatorade. Like, just, I mean, some people, man. Anyways, I was upset all day, basically. And anyways, tomorrow's a new day. That's all I can say, really. But I do want to be serious here for a sec. Thank you, everyone that has, in some way or shape or form, supported me. That has gave me a thumbs up. That has liked, messaged me, reached out, even just been a viewer or a listener. Thank you to those people. And you are the guys. You are the people. The people that I need to be grateful for and express gratitude, and just know where this is going. This is not going to be some overnight pod. Like, as quick as it happened for me, it's going to take time, and it's going to take more work. It's a new foothill. I'm at the foothill of a beautiful mountain, and I cannot wait to be at the top with you guys. So thank you to everyone that's supporting me. Thank you to everyone that gets it, that understands, that has a sense of humor, that knows the importance of support and encouragement. Like, thank you to those people that realize the power of an encouraging word. Thank you. Anyways, God bless you guys. I'll see y'all soon.